take 3. Good evening, or it's almost night time now, and welcome to this episode number 14. So yeah, this is take 3. First one was without sound, the second one I missed a thing, and I'm really tired, but I'm gonna do this video anyway because we have Screen Space Refraction. And as you may recall from earlier episodes, I was like super psyched for it. I was like, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe in a couple of days we're gonna see refraction and it's gonna be amazing. But that was way before I started emailing with Clément, and later on when we started emailing, he explained that it's gonna be postponed and stuff because we need Screen Space Reflection in place because it's using this kind of G buffer and ray tracing thing. And that code is gonna be used for refraction. So I'm just gonna go through this email I got from him yesterday, or was it today? It's all a blur. Sorry for the delay. It's totally fine, Clément. We know that it has been a couple of days and it's Eevee has come so far, so it's totally understandable. It's gonna take time. I was very busy finishing the refraction implementation. I am now quite happy with the result. I just pushed the commit so they will be in the next build. And yeah, this morning build has Screen Space Refraction, so you can download it and check it out from the build bots. To use it, you need to enable Screen Space Reflections and then Screen Space Refractions inside the render tab and also in the material tab. So yeah, it's a couple of clickety-click all around the user interface. And regarding that, user interface is completely unfinished. I think I will decouple the settings for reflection and refraction. So yeah, that's probably smart. And I'm also thinking that maybe stuff is getting too technical after a while, so maybe we can have some, I don't know, like light mode or fast mode, and then like normal or medium, and then full-on eye candy AAA game engine mode. But I think that would be easier for users, so especially if you have potato computer, you can always go into like fast or light mode, and if you have a pretty decent computer and gaming anyways, you can be in like normal mode, and if you want to see all the eye candies, you can like go into advanced mode and enable everything. The refraction depth defines how thick the object is for refraction. I'm gonna try and show that in the first video I saw it, but I couldn't replicate it either later, but we're gonna look into that. So you're gonna set that in the material settings, and there's also one for the global rendering setting. I call it finished for now, but there's plenty of improvements we can make, but that needs more time and I prefer to focus on other things right now. And I really wish Clément mentioned what other things he's working on, because as I said, it's really cool to see how far Eevee has come and how fast it has gone. It's really like rolling on, and 2.8 release is coming up also, so but it's all cool. Also, I've done some fixes to the Screen Space Reflection. They should be more reliable, hopefully. Yeah, I haven't really checked that out, but let's jump into Blender. So yeah, I'm on the build from 11th of August. So I made this little scene we can check out. We can start with this one, which I noticed I had that mix node because I was mixing it with others, like a regular material. Ah, come on. So let's look through it. So this is just the refraction data. Oh, traversing has become really weird. So you can see it's almost transparent. We can change the IR, I guess. Like 1 should be no, and 1.33 is water, and 1.45 is glass and stuff, and I guess like 4 and above should be like metals, and you can look online for IR list. So what happens if we disable it? We're just gonna see the lights and the environment map. So if I look into this scene, everything disappears. So this is the first place you're gonna look. Oh, whoa. Yeah. Then we have some thickness here. I don't really know what it is. I think it's some kind of global setting. So I'm just gonna leave it at 2 meters because this glass is not 2 meter. If I were go into the material, and you have also enable screen space refraction over here to get the ray traced. Yeah, but if I make this 2 meter, it's gonna look like it's super thick, and it's also gonna freak out a bit, as you can see, because so this was something he mentioned in the mail. You have to play around with these settings and kinda use millimeters or centimeters and enter like a realistic value. And I don't really know why this curvature comes from, but yeah. So this is just a glass shader, because if I hook in like one of the standard metallic ones, you can make it transparent and alpha blend it here, but it's just gonna, yeah, it's just gonna be transparent. You have no refraction settings here, so you're probably gonna mix it with glass, or you can mix it with refraction to make whatever kind of material you want. But a glass shader with one, we have like no refraction because it's basically like air, and 1.45 it's like glass. And now we can see some cool stuff here. We can see that we have some kind of Fresnel or specular on top of it, so it looked more like real glass, like we're looking through a window compared to just the refraction data. So yeah, and then over here we have the same glass shader. I just added a noise texture and color ramped it a bit and clamped the values. Am I blind? Where is the... Oh, there. Yeah, I'm a bit blind. So yeah, you can play around with this and it looks amazing. I've been waiting for so long and it's finally here, and I'm super happy. This is insane. This is better than anything we ever had in Blender to visualize transparent or refractive materials. So you can actually bump up you can change the sample, I think 4 and 0.25. So this is, I guess this is the upscaling. So if I am at 0.25, I'm rendering actually like a quarter of this, and then it's resing it up. So you can see the result, it is a bit noisy. You can see here on this one, the share. So if I bump it first, this one to 1, then I'm not upscaling. It's actually tracing out this entire viewport. So the noise goes away. But this should be equal, like 4 rays on the quarter res. But I'm gonna keep it at 4 rays at the half, or 4 rays at half resolution. So look at that, it looks amazing. Even just this simple test looks amazing. Over here I have a window with a normal map, and I think this is really cool. Could start making, if I have time, maybe this weekend, I'm gonna make a more in-depth scene and play around with it more. It also depends if there's any Eevee updates in something else. I probably will make a video about that, but until then. And now if we just try to set this to like 50 centimeters, you're gonna have like the distortion is gonna be wrong. But before, when I tried it, there was some kind of like edge over here, so the window looked really more thicker than the actual mesh was. It was really looking like a thick window. So you can look through the window and see. Oh, this is so cool. This is gonna be amazing to make levels in Blender, trying to match like Unreal or Unity's glass shaders, or transparent. And also probably Blender is gonna have a game engine running on 2.8, and if it's gonna look like this, it's gonna look amazing. So let's go. Whoa. I forgot I don't have all my short hotkeys. So over here I have some glasses. You can take a look at one of those. So if I put something realistic for this champagne glass, it should probably like 2 millimeters or something. But then you can see the refraction isn't that really that much. So here you can probably boost it up to make it look and behave like you want to. So yeah, this one also has a glass shader, and you can see the specular. And this one is just a refraction one, so if it's pure white it kind of disappears, but you could probably mix this with other shaders to make this cool, like predator effect or something in real time in the viewport. But I'm gonna turn it blue yet again so I can demonstrate one thing. You can probably notice it also here, because when I started using my glass bottle, Clément explained to me why it wouldn't really work, and that's because the depth buffer and the ray tracing, I think, is it going just one way. So let's say this window, let's say that's one way, so you can see through it, but this glass, this side facing us, it kind of refracts, so the share bends outward and like the inner one bends down. So you can see if we have like this angle where it goes through both sides, we actually just see the side closest to the viewpoint or camera. So it's not realistic, but I think it's amazing for real time and in the viewport. And if you wanted to make a scene where you look through several glasses, you probably need to not ray trace it in viewport, but path trace it with cycles. And here it's really obvious when we have this refraction shader and it's blue, that this object in front of it kind of occludes it. I think there was some setting somewhere for Screen Space Refraction about backface occlusion, backface culling, or maybe I was wrong. Ah, okay, maybe it was this setting I was thinking about. But anyway, so keep that in mind. With that said, also, if we look through this window, you can see all the glasses on the table, which are using the refraction, goes away. But yeah, I guess it's a limitation, but the result is looking amazing. So I'm super psyched, and it was cool that it's finally here, and it would be even cooler to know what's coming next. We can actually check the roadmap. So yeah, refraction was delayed a bit, but it's finally here. Reflection is also here and reworked and really cool. And I guess we're somewhere here then. Depth of field optimization, cycle fallback, Blender internal conversion, polishing Blender internal and cycles compatibility, subsurface scattering in the future. So yeah, that one is also one really cool to look forward to be able to have realistic human skin and stuff. And then more work on volumetric. So yeah, it's finally here, and I'm a bit tired. I worked all day, and I might make another video about it later if nothing else turns up. And I guess we could have a kind of discussion about the user interface. I think it's going into a bit too technical. It would be cool if like volumetric and stuff like this was for advanced settings, and it would maybe be easier if we had this like potato computer fast mode, and then like a normal one, and then with all eye candies. So I forgot to check out the comments from the previous episode, but you can leave comments in this one and I will address them in the next video. And also, if you have any question or something is behaving buggy, you can comment it also. I will take a look at it and yeah, see what we can do, or bug report it or whatever. But yeah, refraction is finally here and it's super amazing, and I'm gonna play around with this way more than this, I think. So check it out and happy blending. Good night, good evening, bye.